All right, so today we're going to look at Isaiah chapter 34, verse 3. Let's break it down. Let's pick it apart. Now it says here, well, actually, before I get started, let me open up by giving all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and that do teach well and that have taught me this truth. To you I say shalom, and shalom to the hopeful elect, Kwam Yashala and Abad Babal. All right, so let's go into Isaiah chapter 34, verse 3. Now it says, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. That's dangerous, man. That's very dangerous. What is this going into? And you know, we're going to focus on the dead carcasses, really, but this is a result of World War III, right? And World War III is going to cause many people, many women, men, and children to be slain upon the earth. All right, so yeah, the dead carcasses are a result of the World War III, the third woe that Revelation chapter 9 talks about. Let's see if I can pull that up. Let's pull that up first. This is Revelation chapter 9, and let's start at verse 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. That's right, that war that's going to take place in the Middle East. Valley of Decision. I believe they call that Yahweh Shaphat. Also, they say Armageddon, Armageddon, the day of Armageddon. I just want to throw that in there, going into Revelation, the 16th chapter. But but the Valley of Decision, World War III. The Lord is going to cause you nations to fight against each other. But yeah, so there's a World War III that's going to come, and it's prophesied. It's been prophesied by the prophets. It's written in the scriptures. It's coming. It's going to happen any day now, and it could possibly happen in the year 2024. All the signs are there. It's just only a matter of time. So verse 13, and the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before the Most High, saying, the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. The four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men. Hey, and that's going into Revelation, the 7th chapter. Because you have four angels that are set up to hold back the winds. But in this chapter, the Lord is giving them power to let those winds loose. Matter of fact, since I said that, let's go at it. Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And what's that wind? Or those winds? That's the four winds, right? What is that? That's talking about destroying winds. That's that thermonuclear wind. When that's generated by those nukes. Right? When those nukes hit, it creates a destroying wind. That's what it is. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. That's right. So right now, the angels are holding back the destroying winds, and they're working on the minds of the kings of the earth to not go to war with each other. But real soon, because when you go forward into the next chapters, the Lord is going to put the spirit on the angels to remove that pacifist spirit that's on these rulers of these different nations to go to war with each other. So it's only a matter of time. And also, it says here in verse 3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. To get more specific and to go deeper into the third verse here, you would have to go into Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, Ezekiel 9:4 to be exact. And the Lord's servants, the elect, they're sealed with the Thawa, which is the mark of exemption. And they're set up to get through the time of destruction. Those are the Lord's servants, his elect. All right, so let's go back here. Revelation chapter 9, verse 15. And the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men. And yeah, and pretty much that third part of men is going into Esau and his system, going into NATO and the EU. NATO and the EU. And who's in charge of all, and who's in charge of those organizations, or who's basically running it. Really, it's America and the elites. So yeah, they're going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. So that's what's coming to this place. Right. So now let's go back into Isaiah 34, verse 3. We're going to read it again. So this is going into World War III, and we just covered that. And the result of all these dead carcasses are due to World War III. So Isaiah chapter 34, verse 3, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses. That's what happens to a dead body. A dead body starts to decompose, and it gives off a very vile smell. And the mountains shall be melted with their blood. That's right. Judgment. And that's what the Lord's going to do, man. That's what the Lord is going to do. And that's why you have so much people on this earth. I believe, what's the number? What is it, 7 billion people? That's what they say, which I think is more than that. But they say, 7 billion people that are on this earth? There's more people on this earth today than there was in the past, obviously. And that's because a lot of you people are just really spawned for judgment. You people are spawned for the Lord's judgment. A lot of people are really set up to die. And that's the truth. And you have to just accept that. But it is what it is. Anyways, man, let's move on. So let's go into Ezekiel chapter 39. We're going to start at the 11th verse. Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will give unto Gog a place there of graves in Israel, the valley of the passengers on the east of the sea. And it shall stop the noses of the passengers, and there shall they bury Gog and all his multitude, and they shall call it the valley of Hamongog. Let's see what that means, man. Hamongog. You see what that means, Hamongog here, and just look at the definition of that. Look at that, a multitude of Gog, yeah, because they're going to be slain. The name to be given to a valley of graves, Raven or Glun, now known as the ravine of the passengers, located on the east side of the Dead Sea. That's serious, man. Place of graves, pretty much. Yeah, but I'm going to continue on here. And 7 months shall the house of Israel be burying of them, that they may cleanse the land. Yea, all the people of the land shall bury them, and it shall be to them a renown the day that I shall be glorified, saith the Lord power. And they shall sever out men of continual employment, passing through the land to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth to cleanse it. After the end of 7 months shall they search. Beautiful. So Gog really represents Russia. That's who Gog is. Go into Ezekiel 38 and 39, it shows you that. And you have to look at the geographical location. Go into the biblical map, and Gog, when you go into the ancient maps, Gog is in the same place where Russia is. So Gog represents Russia. All right, so yes, Gog represents Russia, and Russia is going to shoot their ICBMs at Israel. That's where you gutter rats are located, the land of Israel. Because right now in the land of Israel, who's controlling it? Edomites, the top tribe of Edom, which is Amalek. And you can find that in Genesis the 36th chapter. They are one of the dukes of Edom, or Esau Edom. So yeah, um, and now it says to stop the noses of the dead passengers. You notice it said that stop the noses when you go into uh, verse 11. It says, and it shall stop the noses of the passengers, and it's referring to how their dead bodies are stinking, man, decomposing and smelling. So the smelling of the dead bodies are obviously going to take place in the Middle East, and it's not going to be in America. You know why? Because America is going to be on fire. Remember, America, when you go into the scripture prophecy, 200 million missiles are going to destroy them and bombard America, man. It's going to be a barrage of missiles hitting America, boom, 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 burning this place up. So this is referring to what's going to take place in the Middle East. Mainly in the Middle East, okay? Mainly in the Middle East. Mainly. Like, don't worry, don't get me wrong, you know, other places are going to get hit, but mainly in the Middle East, right? The Valley of Decision, right? So, yeah, I just want to stress that. All right, so yeah, and you notice it says here in verse 14, and they shall sever out men of continual employment, passing through the land to bury with the passengers. So this is going into how we're going to be in control of you other nations and you elites. You elites and you other nations that are under us, you're going to be our slaves. And guess what? You're going to have a job, and one of your jobs are going to be cleaning up the earth of these dead bodies. And that's what this is talking about. And that's going to happen for 7 months. 7 months you'll be cleaning up the dead bodies on earth. And 7, that's a number for completion. 7. So yeah, you're going to be cleaning up those dead bodies. And you elites, you former elites, and you other heathens, man, you're going to clean up them dead bodies, man. You're going to do it. Now we can go into, how can we prove that? Let's go into Isaiah 24 and 19. I'm going to read on down to maybe the 22nd verse. And also, we're going to get Psalms 149, and I believe 8. But first, let's get Isaiah chapter 24. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 19. And it says here, the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean and dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage. You know, it says the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. It's because of that thermonuclear destruction that's going to take place. It's going to actually move the earth. It's also going to move this earth out of orbit, man. Everybody, wherever you're situated on this earth, when them nukes go off, you're going to know they went off. You're going to feel it. Some more than others, but you're going to feel it. You're going to know that great destruction took place, man. Actually, you know, to prove that, you know, it's going to totally change the earth. You're going to have to rewrite the maps. But let me get Revelation chapter 6. Revelation chapter 6, verse, let me see here. Here we go. Going into thermonuclear destruction. Revelation chapter 6, verse 13. And the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, even as a fig tree casts her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. There you go. And this is going into thermonuclear destruction. And it's going to do a heavy shaking, man. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, going into the mushroom clouds that the destruction or the nukes give off. It gives off a mushroom cloud. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. So this shows you that this destruction is going to even destroy islands and move them out of place. So the earth is going to be changed. Hey, and you're going to have to rewrite the maps, man. That's a heavy destruction for for an island to be moved out of place. That's very dangerous, man. That's serious. So thermonuclear destruction is no joke. It's no joke, and scriptures covers this, man. It's going into it all the time. So this book, man, it deals with prophecy, and this is going to happen in the near future, and possibly in the year 2024. If you thought the year 2023 was bad, wait till what the year 2024 has in store for you. And these prophecies, man, they're about to happen. They're right around the corner. We're seeing all the signs. We're seeing all the signs. All right, so let's go back into Isaiah chapter 24. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. That's right, the ones that are in rulership positions, the ones of you that are in authority, the very rich, the nobles, the oligarchs, or another word that they have for oligarchs is controligarchs, right? Yeah, all you oligarchs, you certain monarchs that are on the earth, you are the ones that are on high. The elite banking families, you are the ones that are on high. You control the money. You have an allodial title. I believe the Queen of England, she owns what? I think she owns, I think it's about what, 1 to 13 trillion hectares of land. I believe she owns. She owns a lot of land. She owns everything. She has an allodial title. She really owns everything, and she can't be taxed. Or he, I mean, not she anymore. Well, not her anymore. She's dead. Going into what's his name? King Charles. Yeah, King Charles now. It's King Charles now. He owns all that land, 1 to 13 trillion hectares of land. He pretty much owns Canada, man. He owns Canada, and he can't be taxed. When you go into the special privileges that this guy has, he can't be taxed, and he can drive without a driver's license. This guy, he runs shit. For lack of better words, he runs shit. He's in power. He's in control. But yeah, the ones of you that are on high, you're going to be punished, and you're going to be thrown into slavery, and you're going to be incarcerated. You will be punished for your crimes. So this is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 22. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit. That's right. So you're going to be thrown in jail. Lock you up and throw away the key. It's like what you do to Jake, the Israelites. You throw them in jail. You're going to be thrown in jail. And shall be shut up in the prison. And after many days shall they be visited. Yeah, after many days, man. After many days. So this just proves that you're going into slavery and you're going to be incarcerated and punished for your crimes. Now if you're being put in jail, we can, if you're going to be put in jail and you become a prisoner, that means you don't have privileges like a normal person that's not incarcerated. So that means we can have our way with you. And that means you're going to be a slave, you're going to be a servant. And that's why when we went into the other scripture in Ezekiel 39, it said of continual employment. You're going to be employed, but you're not going to get paid for this. So this also proves that, you're going to be the ones that are going to be cleaning up the dead bodies that are on the earth for 7 months. You elites, you're going to be doing that dirty job. And that's a shit job. Okay, that's lower. That's as low as hewing water and wood and cleaning up doo-doo off the streets or being a street sweeper. That's a low work to do. Cleaning up dead bodies, man. So you people are going to be made low and brought low, right? Because you ain't going to be looking good. You ain't going to be looking good. You're going to be looking like shit. And rightfully so, man. You deserve it. So let's get Psalms 141 just to further expound on that. Psalms 149, and let's go. Yeah, let's start at verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. We're not singing upon our beds now. We wake up to an alarm clock to get up, to do our day-to-day thing, and go to work, do business, whatever the fuck we do, right? Our day-to-day. But that shows if you have an alarm clock, you're not in rulership, man. You're subject to an alarm clock. So you're not singing happy and aloud upon your bed. But in the kingdom, we're going to be singing aloud upon our beds, man. We're going to be happy as hell. Happy. Happy as hell. And you know why? Because we're in rulership. We're in rulership. And the Lord's with us, first and foremost. Our power is with us. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth. Yeah. All praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All praises. I'm going to be singing his name and writing his name. That's the first thing that's going to come out of our mouths. All praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All praises. We love you. Love you, love you, love you. And we say that now. We love the Lord now. But we're going to appreciate it even more when we're in the kingdom. And a two-edged sword in their hand. Hey, and that two-edged sword starts with the scriptures. First and foremost, spiritually, and also even physically, we're going to have a two-edged sword. To execute vengeance upon the heathen. Do you hear that? To execute vengeance. You know, if you can execute vengeance, that means you're in power, man. You see, right now, we can't execute vengeance. Man, you'll be charged for that. Vigilantism. Taking the law into your own hands. You get thrown in jail for that. But in the kingdom, we're going to be able to execute vengeance. You hear that? Vengeance. Right? Vengeance goes along with revenge too. Okay? It goes right along with revenge. Execute vengeance. I can't wait for that day, man. Can't wait. And I know you other brothers, man, that are reading the scriptures, that are serving Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, you can't wait for that too. Vengeance. It reminds me of Isaiah, the 63rd chapter. Matter of fact, let me pull that up. I got to read that. Because that's what the Lord is thinking about. He wants vengeance. When the Lord gets his vengeance, then you know what that means. We're going to get our vengeance. Yeah, so this is Isaiah chapter 63, verse 4. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart. Not talking about his fleshy heart. It's talking about his mind. He's thinking about it all the time. That's what the Lord is thinking about right now. That's what he's thinking about right now. The day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. That's right. It's my time. It's the Lord's time. And when it's the Lord's time, it's our time, being joint heirs. And it also reminds me of the scripture or the precept that says, all things were created by him and for him. And he inherits all things. Briefly paraphrasing. All things are created by him and for him. And every knee shall bow to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Every knee. So the day of vengeance is in mine heart. Beautiful. Let's get vengeance. Naquam, right? Vengeance. Vengeance by God, by Samson, by enemies of Judah. I kind of wanted a definition. Yeah, there you go. That's why I said vengeance goes along with revenge. Yeah, so vengeance and revenge. You see it right here in the lexicon. Revenge. That's right, revenge. Vengeance or for slaughter. That's right. Very sore slaughter is going to come upon you people, man. Anyways, let's move on. So yeah, that goes right along with it. So let's go back here. Let's go back to Psalms 149. 149 and 7. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. That's right. You're going to be locked up. What's that song by Akon? I'm locked up. They won't let me out. Oh, they won't let me out. Yeah, you people are going to get locked up. Starting with you elites. You're going to get locked up and nobody's going to let you out. That's right. And there's not going to be no canteen, no commissary. You ain't gonna get visitors, man. You're gonna be thrown in a pit, which is a dark dungeon, man. You'll be lucky to get bread and water. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. And that's right, it's written in the scriptures. You're going to get a brutal judgment. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh. That's right, and this is our honor. This is our honor. And who are the saints? The children of Israel. And what does the scripture say? The saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. And this is a part of taking the kingdom. Putting our enemies in subjection. Or under subjection. Yes. Let me get that. Daniel, what is it? Daniel, let's go. Take the kingdom. Take the kingdom. Take the kingdom. Daniel chapter 7 verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. That shows you that's an everlasting kingdom. But taking the kingdom, man, means putting you elites, putting our enemies in slavery. You being subjects. Okay? So anyways, I hope this was edifying. Till next time, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS. To you I say shalom. And shalom to the hopeful elect, Kwame Ashala and Ababa Ball.